All right, let's get right to it. We're not talking about sci-fi robots or anything like that today. We're talking about something way more practical. Something that could give you back a massive chunk of your life. I'm talking about using AI to save 10 hours a week. Yeah, you heard that right. Let's dive in.
Yeah, 10 hours. That's the huge promise we're exploring today. I mean, think about that for a second. That's basically an extra workday every single week. What would you even do with all that extra time? It sounds almost too good to be true, right? Well, stick with me because we're going to break down exactly how it's not just possible, but totally doable.
But, of course, that brings up the big question, the one that's probably on your mind right now. What if AI could save you 10 hours a week, but without replacing your job? That's the real trick, isn't it? Let's tackle that fear head on right now.
Okay, so to really get to the bottom of this, we've got to bust a huge myth first. You know, there's so much noise and honestly a lot of scary hype around AI. So our first job here is to cut through all that and separate the Hollywood fantasy from the everyday reality. So on one hand, you've got the myth, right? The story we all hear. AI is about robots coming to take over all the jobs. But the reality? The reality, for most of us, right here, right now, is actually something completely different. It's about getting rid of all that boring work. You know, the stuff that just drains your soul. Okay, so what do we even mean by boring work? It sounds kind of vague, right? But I have a feeling. I'm willing to bet that these next examples are going to hit pretty close to home for you. Yeah, how about this stuff? Writing the same exact email for the 10th time. Making those weekly reports by pulling the same data over and over. Or just staring at a blank screen, trying to brainstorm ideas. Or managing all your little tasks. This is the stuff that eats up our day. And honestly, it's exactly the kind of thing that AI is perfect for. And this whole idea, it really boils down to one word: automation. Now, this is not about some super intelligent robot that does your thinking for you. No way. It's about having a process where AI just handles the repetitive grunt work in minutes so that you can get back to doing what people are amazing at, actually thinking, being creative, and making the important decisions. So what does this actually look like day to day? It's one thing to talk about it, but let's make it real. We're going to do a little before and after to show you just how big of a change this can be for your actual job. Okay, so here's the before. This is probably you right now. You're not just doing your main job, are you? You're also part-time project manager, juggling all the deadlines, and you're also a personal assistant, handling all the little admin tasks. You're basically doing 3 jobs at once, and let's be honest, it's completely exhausting. Now, check out the after. This is where it all clicks. When AI takes over that assistant and admin stuff, you're not just less busy. That's not the point. Your whole role gets elevated. You're finally free to focus on the big picture, to be the strategist, the creative one, the actual decision maker. So really, the best way to think about it is this. AI becomes your superpowered personal assistant. You bring the big ideas, the strategy, that human intuition. The AI just handles the grunt work. It's not you against the machine, it's you and the machine working together. And that combo, it's an absolute game changer. All right, so this all sounds pretty good in theory, right? But the big question is, where on earth do you even start? It can feel like a lot. So let's just break it down into a super simple, totally stress-free way to get started. It's just 3 easy steps. First, just notice. For one day, pay attention to the tasks you do again and again. What's that thing that makes you sigh every time? Second, find a simple AI tool for that specific thing. There are tons out there for writing, scheduling, whatever. And third, and this is crucial, just start small. Pick one tiny thing and automate it. That's it. Seriously, there's no pressure here. The goal isn't to become some kind of AI expert overnight. It's about staying curious, not getting overwhelmed. Just find one little annoying task and let a tool handle it. Once you get that first small win under your belt, trust me, you'll see how easy it is to keep going. Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, let's go back to where we started. Back to that fear of being replaced. Because there's one last really powerful idea here about what the real replacement risk actually is. Just let that sink in for a moment. AI won't replace humans, but humans who use AI will replace those who don't. See, this totally changes the whole conversation. The danger isn't the tech itself. The danger is choosing not to learn how to use these incredible new tools. And that really just leaves one final question, and this one's for you. Think about your week. What is the one boring, repetitive task that you absolutely hate doing? the one you'd love to just get off your plate forever. That's your starting point. So, what's the first boring task you'll automate?